shopping annuities. But quickly going to go through what the spending to earn process is and shopping annuities. And so the first thing to talk about are annuities. Okay. An annuity, and not to be too formal, is a financial product that is designed to pay money to you at the end of, usually people use it for retirement. So you put in a certain amount of money per month usually, but it could be weekly. And that at the end of it, a lot of people use it for retirement. Now, the challenge with many annuities, whether some people use savings accounts as their annuity, some people use money markets or whatever, is that you have to have discretionary income, which, as you know, is you need extra money at the end of the month to be able to put into it. Now, a shopping annuity works differently in that it's an annuity, but you don't need to have discretionary income. The money that you actually pay into a shopping annuity is actually money that you are already spending, that you are already using anyway. And that's kind of the revolutionary concept of it. Now, how it works or how the money comes about is that there has been a paradigm shift in the advertising industry. Now, Angela, you're too young for this, but back in the 1990s, we used to watch television, broadcast television and radio, where you actually had to wait once a week to be able to watch your television show. Or if you wanted to listen to your favorite song, you had to listen to the DJ and you had to listen to all the commercials. And they had this really archaic thing called newspapers, which used to be on this paper thing, and it was black ink, and the ink would get on your hands, and they had these things called magazines. And so this is how we got our media. And so businesses would advertise on these things. But now fast forward to the 21st century, and especially the last 10 years, everything's on the internet. So the internet has changed the game for so many different people, because now people, what do? They go on their blog sites, they go on their websites, and even more importantly now, they have their streaming and subscription services where for a monthly fee, they don't have to watch any commercials. And so now businesses would used to put $5 billion a year into advertising into the 20th century media. Now all of their customers, or many of their customers, are not there anymore. And so thousands of businesses have shifted their advertising dollars to what are called digital aggregation sites. And just very quickly, what that is that these sites funnel customers directly to the business, and the business will only pay for advertising if a customer makes a purchase. And one of the top digital aggregation sites is Shop.com. And a lot of people haven't heard of Shop.com before. It actually started off, the first name was called Catalog City, believe it or not. Now, Angela, do you remember when we used to have catalogs, like the Sears catalog and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was the concept, is that they were going to make, and Bill Gates, Yahoo, and Amazon were one of their original investors of Shop.com, is to actually have a virtual mall, a mall where you didn't have to drive to it, but you would just have to get onto the internet and go to hundreds of different stores. Okay. Now, the goal of this was to actually bring more business to these online stores, so helping them increase their bottom line, as opposed to a lot of online stores are trying to drive businesses out of business. And to that end, one of the things in 2010, Shop.com was actually merged with or bought by Market America, which is a product brokerage and digital aggregation site. So what this enabled them to do now is that with Market America's patented tracking and monetization system, they're able to give anybody, whether it's a customer, whether it's a member, whether it's owner, an ability to get paid for everything that they spend. And now it's up to 2019, and Market America Shop.com has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. And believe it or not, and I do like Amazon. I used to shop on Amazon a lot. And a lot of people don't know Amazon only has a B+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. So with this shopping and with this investment, that now I can put money into an annuity, but shopping, the question is how much money is actually there. So these are the stats from the U.S. government from 2013, the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. The amount of money that an average family has after taxes is $56,000, and of that $56,000, $51,000 is available for them to spend money on. Of that $51,000, around $19,000 can be used to shop at shop.com. So you can actually use that to actually get paid back on. This was back in 2013, but now in 2019, we have added wireless services such as AT&T, Verizon Wireless, Cricket, and we've also added streaming services such as Netflix, YouTube TV, and others. So now that annual total, which can actually be bought through shop.com, is over $20,000 a year. So I want you to remember that number because that's the number we're going to use to figure out how much money you can get for just shopping. So the concept is very simple. Since you're already spending this money anyway, why not convert that money into an income? So people, okay, it just makes sense. But how do I do that? Well, it's really very simple. The first thing you would do is that you would register with shop.com. And so if this is something that you would want to try out, it's free. There's no monthly fees. There's no yearly registration to get started to try it out as a preferred customer. And excuse me, Valerie and I would help you to be able to do that. Once you are able to register for free, it takes about 5 minutes, you can now earn cash back from 2 to 30% from over 2,000 online stores. If this is something that you would want to try out, what we would also do is help you to set up and access and use our software applications such as ShopBuddy and ShopMobile. And what these enable you to do is to get all of the different discounts and deals that are online without having to go look all over the internet for it. We have proprietary software that helps you with that. We will also help you to tap into all of the different gift store cards, e-gifts, vouchers, where you can save an extra hundreds, and some people can save an extra $1,000 per year just with the discounts and cash back from gift cards, which I didn't know about until I started to use this system. And finally, our preferred customers, we are actually able to tap into brick and mortar stores. So the local stores that are in the Petersburg area, Chester, Richmond, all of those areas, you can now seamlessly, by tapping into shop.com, we show you how to use our Shop Local program to get 2 to 10% cash back from, depends on your area, but your local restaurants, your local dry cleaners, your local auto parts store, all of them you could get 2 to 10% cash back from those stores as well. With all of those different things, a preferred customer using the government average of $20,000 per year can earn in cash back and in savings over $1,100. And again, this is all for free. We just show you how to, again, get on to shop.com and get paid cash back and get savings from all of those different things that I just showed you. Now, to put that in perspective, this is a typical investment based on $20,000 a year. Savings account, these numbers are from the last time I checked. These were November 6, 2018, from treasury.gov and bankrate.com. Savings account, you would have an extra $18 per year. Money market account, an extra $40 per year. CD, $176 per year. A 52-week treasury bill, $526 per year. But as a shop.com preferred customer, you would have over $1,100 per year. And one of the things I want to point out to anybody I talk to, remember those other typical investments, you have to have an extra $20,000 a year to get that return. With being a shop.com preferred customer, you are just using the money you have to spend anyway. It is just, when I saw this, I was just blown away. Now, some folks, even this is great enough. An extra over $1,000 a year with just shopping with what I'm already currently doing, that's plenty more than enough. So a lot of people are just preferred customers of ours. But some said, well, is there more money there? And then we said, well, yes, there's actually a product brokerage exclusive products program that we can show you as well. Let me quickly go back. I know I briefly mentioned product brokerage earlier with the Market America side of shop.com. Basically what that is that we have customers, over 6 million customers, and they communicate to us what additional products and services they would like that they may not see. Now, we have over 50 million products and services, so we pretty much carry everything now, but occasionally people say, well, I'd like this, or I'd like this improvement. And since we are a product broker and we don't manufacture anything, we can go out and find the best manufacturer and service provider and then bring those top of the line premium products and services back to our customers. So that's what we do. And if something changes in the marketplace, since we're a product broker and not tied to any particular company, we can drop that particular product and service and go and get a contract with the newest and greatest and latest thing. So it's really a cool system that we're able to do. And so now we have thousands of different exclusive products and services. It would take me too long to go through, obviously, all of them. So I'm just going to quickly go through 6 of them. One is the Snap Cleaning Solutions. Now, Snap product line's been around since 1995, and their focus is on eco-friendly laundry and household cleaning products. So what this was is in response to our customers who have been concerned about caustic chemicals, like what happens when the chemicals go in your groundwater, the fumes you get when you're cleaning your bathroom, and all of those things. So these are enzyme-based and concentrated, so they clean tremendously well, but they also are not harmful. They're not harmful at all to the environment or to us when we're actually cleaning. My wife had raved about the all-purpose cleaner. She said, and Angela, after I'm finished, my wife's right here, so you can double check with her, so I'm not saying something that's not true, is that it's the best granite countertop cleaner that she has ever had, ever. I just found out somebody has been trying to find these products for 30 years. I just found out yesterday. And they love, like, the hand soap. They've been looking for the hand soap smell for over 30 years. Just had a talk with somebody yesterday on that. Shop Financial is in response to the debt challenges a lot of people are having, whether it's automobile debt, your mortgages, student loans. And what this product does, it's actually a product and service, is that it uses the algorithms that banks use to charge you interest in reverse to help you to pay off that interest faster. And so it helps you pay off the interest anywhere from 1/3 to 1/2 of the time, and you end up saving anywhere from tens of thousands to over actually hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think someone saved over like $500,000 in interest in being able to pay it off earlier than that. We just got our debt shredder this month, and we've already saved I think over $3,000 in interest on it. I'm a car head. I'm a car person, so I have older cars, but I really enjoy them. And I had used in the past STP oil treatment. I've used, not Lucas, but I've used Slip 50. But the last number of years I've been using Friction Free 3000. And I just know it works. So when it talks about how it has this liquid metal and how it's in the suspension and it bonds to your pistons and all that, I don't know about that. Only thing I know, it saves me 2 to 3 miles to the gallon. And it's been doing that for a number of years, and I save over $100 a year by using it. And the only thing I do is that at every oil change, I just pour it in, and that's it. That's all I do. And I end up saving that money. Now, this product is really, really good, the Isotonics line. And I'm going to let Val, because you've been using it for many years, right? Val, can you just quickly give your impression of the product and why it works to Angela?
Angela, I've been using OPC for, I can't tell you how many years. I know it's over, 10, 12, maybe 15 years. I'm using it because we always talk about those toxins in our system, correct? And I think even Daisy mentioned that yesterday, so I need to introduce her to OPC3. And also for inflammation, for arthritic knees and things like that, and swelling in your hands. So it's working on my inflammation. You see the packages on the side. It's a good supplement, but I also use in connection with those packages. I still want to use the OPC alone, about 2 or 3 capsules a day to help me keep moving with these joints. I'm not sure if it's just riding up down the road to Petersburg, making my joints more stiff or whatever. But once I use my OPC, I'm a little more energetic as well. So that's my testimony for OPC3.
And go ahead, Angela.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, that's awesome.
The uniqueness of this product, and again, this was in response to one of the challenges with regular vitamins, which have, whether they're capsules, tablets, caplets, whatever, your body for your body to use any nutrition, no matter what you eat, whether you're eating your vegetables or your steak or whatever, your body has to break it down into an isotonic form, which means it's like a bodily fluid. And for capsules and tablets, you take it generally on a full stomach. They say don't take it on an empty stomach. And it takes anywhere from 40 minutes to 4 hours for your body to break it down. And because of the enzymes, the acids, and all of those things that it needs to break it down, by the time it gets to your small intestine, and that's where the distribution of the nutrients happens, you've lost 70 to 80% of the nutrition. You only have 20 to 30% of it left. Now, Isotonics, which is a play on the word isotonic, is a line of supplements. We have multivitamins, the OPC3. What the package you see is our Daily Essentials, which is 4 major vitamins in one. It is a crystalline powder where you add the right amount of water to it and you drink it on an empty stomach. Because once you mix the water with it, it becomes like a bodily fluid. You drink it, it actually bypasses your stomach, goes straight to the small intestine. So in 5 to 10 minutes, you have 90 to 95% bioavailability, or the body can absorb up to 90 to 95% of the nutrients you're getting. So it is a revolutionary and a unique way of delivering nutrition to the body. And that's one of the product brokerage part of what Shop.com does, is that a lot of these products are unique and nobody else has them. And so the Isotonics and the OPC3 are just examples of that. The next one I want to show you is the Modus Cosmetics line. Now, this is in response to, now you know how much makeup I use all the time, Angela, which is none, just let you know. But I have a daughter and I have a wife who do use makeup. And some of the things I have heard from whether it's them or other women is that makeup can dry your skin out, is what I've been told. Is that true, Angela? Because this is what I've been told.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what kind you're using.
Exactly. So one of the things that we heard from our clients is that they wanted a top of the line makeup and skincare product, which didn't dry out your skin and was less money than the Lancomes, the Estee Lauders, the Macs, the top of the line cosmetics that are out there. So again, what happens? Shop.com Market America tries to find a manufacturer who does it, and they actually ended up working with the manufacturer to develop the Modus Cosmetic line, which is focused on again, nourishing a woman's skin, and we were able to get it where it's 20 to 30% less than those top of the line products. In addition to this, we had gotten feedback from women also who were having a hard time matching their skin tone with their foundations. And so they requested that we go out and work with our folks that were working with Modas to see if they could find something which would exactly and perfectly match their skin tone. And so we came back with a product which is called the Custom Blend Foundation within the Modas line, where we can mix. We have people within our that we work with that can actually develop and give you a foundation that matches your skin tone perfectly. So we have a lot of folks who enjoy that product. The last one I'm going to talk about, we introduced it to our customers about a year and a half ago, Trim Tea, and now we've also added a Trim Cafe product. This is in response to, as you know, so many people would like to lose weight, but life is so busy, they were hoping that we can help them do it without it being too difficult. So the Trim Tea and Trim Cafe are solutions for those requests. Now, my wife is from West Africa, and in West Africa, there's a soup in Central and West Africa that they make with an African mango seed. It turns out that this soup increases the levels of a hormone called adiponectin, and it's been shown that this hormone lowers the percentage of body fat. So what did we do? We actually went out, found some scientists and manufacturers where we now produce a product called Trim Tea. What's in Trim Tea? Only two things, two ingredients, black tea and African mango seed extract. And in a double-blind 3-month study where the participants were only allowed to take 1 6-ounce cup of Trim Tea each day. They couldn't change their diet. They couldn't change their exercise because they only wanted one variable. And after 3 months, these people who were overweight, they lost 6.4 inches on their waist. They lost 6.3% body fat and lost over 28 pounds. So I could go on and on talking about all the great products that we've been able to deliver back to our customers because of the product brokerage and one-to-one marketing side of shop.com. But let me just talk about a couple of the other things. It's, again, you're going to get 20 to 30% discount on top of the line products. Now we compete at the Nordstrom, Macy's level. So these products that are part of the exclusive line, and about 40 different manufacturers and service providers that we work with have that. As I mentioned, you have a number of these products are unique solutions no one else has, and these products can only be sold on shop.com. Okay, so you can't get these products anywhere else. You will have a personal shopping advisor. That's true, yes. Not a phone system, not internet. You actually have a live person who you can contact anytime who will help you and provide you personal service for anything that you need. And also they'll let you know when any new release is coming from the company or initiative. And the thing which excites most of our exclusive customers are the cashback incentives. Since MarketAmericaShop.com works directly with manufacturers, we at Facilitate Solutions, we're able to actually offer our customers extra cash back on these exclusive products. And also, you can get cash back for any referral that you make to Facilitate Solutions or, for example, with working with Valerie. All right. Again, I'm a math teacher, so I'm big on math, Angela. So let me show you very quickly where the math comes up with this. So you already are making an extra $1,100 a year. You can get an extra 5% back on auto ship with your exclusive products. There's also a Visa program where you can get an extra 3% cash back. I mentioned friction free that you can get an extra $100 a year from that. The snap cleaning products, it's anywhere from 50 to 60% less than the traditional products you would get from the store or Walmart, and based on it's generally you would spend anywhere from $260 to $300 a year on laundry and cleaning products. So that's another 130. Motives and Skin Intelligence. Motives is our, as I mentioned to you, our cosmetic line. One of our skincare lines is called Skin Intelligence. Now, Angela, okay, I love to ask this question. I did a study to find out how much women spend a month on skincare, average woman, on skincare and cosmetics. What is your guess, Angela, of how much a woman spends on skincare and cosmetics?
You're saying monthly?
Monthly or year, either one.
I'm going to say at least $60 a month.
$60 a month. That's what I thought. I thought it'd be something like that. You know, maybe $1,000 a year tops. You know what the Today Show said? $250.
What?
$250 a month on skincare and cosmetics. I was like, that's $3,000 a year. I said, there is no way it's that much. So I kept studying. I found another study said it was $3,300 per year. So I'm like, that is, wow. I never, ever, ever knew it was that high. So the number I actually have there, 450, I didn't make it that high. I just based it on someone who spent around 125 to 150 per month. So I made it lower than what they said. And the incentive program is if you actually purchase exclusive products and you choose to purchase them again, as soon as you start making repeat purchases, we actually double your cash back. So for the year, you can make an extra $48. So that ends up being an extra $2,000 a year. And what I like to also help people is to put that in perspective. That is over 10% return on investment. That is actually more than almost every mutual fund that has been around for 20 years. It is, and again, you are not using discretionary income. It's money you have to use anyway. So it's like, okay, that is really great. And people love that. It's like, okay, so let me try out these exclusive products. I said, well, if you do that, you know, there's actually even more money. I very briefly mentioned referrals, but if people choose to use them, that is a great mechanism that a lot of people like to use and a lot of companies like to use when actually getting people to talk about their product or service. One of the best ways for people to learn about a product or service is word of mouth. So I took a look at some of the popular referral programs that are out there. Airbnb will give you a $20 credit if you give a referral and that person actually spends at least $75 on the Airbnb site. Ulta Beauty will give you a $15 credit if someone purchases something from Ulta. Groupon gives a $10 credit. QuickBooks gives a great return where they give you a $75 Visa prepaid card for a referral. So a lot of companies, Marriott gives referrals, credit, and they're fantastic. But there's one slight, not a disadvantage, but it's just one time. If you actually give a referral, they'll give you that credit or that Visa gift card, but it's only for one time. Our referral programs are different. As I mentioned before, if you give a referral, I've mentioned briefly, if you give a referral and that person actually shops on the site, you will get an extra 2% cash back on what they purchase. So, and the thing about our referral programs, they're forever. There's no limitation. As long as they purchase something, you will continue getting cash back. Now, that is for just our basic one. But there is a larger one, which is our Shopping Annuity member referral program. For this referral program is if you and 2 referrals make repeat purchases of exclusive products, and this is specifically for the exclusive products, of at least $200 in a 3-month period. And this is not $200 each. This is everyone together making $200 in a 3-month period. We will let you know and say, hey, Angela, if you wish, you have an opportunity to become a member and receive cash bonuses on exclusive products of at least 25%. And it's not just for you, for your purchases, but you will now receive 25% cash back from your referrals as well. This will put you at least over $3,000 per year for just shopping. And this is all for free, okay? This is just shopping. Now, there are times, and we do run into folks sometimes who say, do you have any programs that make even more money than that? Well, now we're shifting from our customer programs and member programs to programs that actually can pay you a significant income. And so the question that a lot of people have for that, why do people do that? Why do folks decide, okay, that's not what we've already shown you is not enough money. I'm actually going to take an additional initiative to make more money. So I'm going to let Val talk about why she's decided not just to do the customer programs, but to do an additional program to make more money. So Val, why are you doing that? What is your reason?
Well, Angela, you know me, and just traveling back and forth. And you know I'm talking 2 years down the road, I want to retire. So I really want to retire, and I want time freedom. And now more than ever, I want it because I have some grandchildren to take care of. And I want to be able to have time to go with them to their events when they want to go somewhere, you know, just be there. Not like my husband, my step-grandchildren, or they're still my grandchildren, but, you know, I can't be there for them now. But the ones that are coming up now, my little ones, I have a 3-year-old that's here right here with me now. They have that time freedom if they have to go to school, the doctor, or whatever. I want to be free to do those things. And also my mom, you know, is sick. I just have time to do those things, the time freedom, the early retirement. And you know the job that we deal with every day and the attitudes that we deal with every day. I want to be free from that. Okay? You're laughing, but you know.
So I guess that's her reason, and everybody's unique. So it depends on the individual. So I don't know what it is for when we come. Like I said, when you're looking at this, Angela, it's like you may know someone who has a reason. But the one that we see, at least I see the most, and the issue folks are having the biggest challenge with is that their 45-year plan is not working. And based on government statistics, and these are statistics from the government, people who start working, how I was taught is that you go to school, you work hard, you get good grades, go to school and get a job. And you keep working that job till around 65 and retire. And when you retire, you go and live in Florida and Arizona and on the golf course or on the beach or whatever and live out your golden years pleasantly. Well, the challenge is that is the plan we're taught, but it only works for about 5% of the population. Based on statistics, 95% of the population that actually utilizes that plan by the time they reach 65 are struggling financially. Only 5% are actually financially fit and able to take care of themselves. And the vast majority, over 75% of those folks who are financially successful, they did so by owning their own business, because it's only with a business you're able to leverage your time so you are making money while you're not working. If you're always trading time for dollars, you're in what they call, as you've heard before, the rat race. Because when you don't work, you don't get paid. To be able to have the time leverage and the ability, as Val talked about, to be with her grandchildren or with her mom or whatever, you have to have an income coming in while you're not working. And you need to have a business to be able to do that. So let me talk about traditional business for a little bit. With a traditional business, whether it's real estate, insurance, traditional sales, it follows this sort of pattern. You start with the business owner. If his business grows, he will need to hire a sales manager and he will need to have a sales team. These salespeople will report to the manager, and work on selling the product or service. When the product or service is sold, that particular salesperson and obviously the sales manager will get a commission. They'll get a percentage of what was sold. And obviously the business owner will also get paid. Well, the business owner is always continually wanting to increase their business. So they're going to say, hey, I need to sell more. And the manager's talking, well, all of the sales people are going as fast as they can. So what's the sales manager going to do? They're going to hire another salesperson horizontally to be part of the team. When that person makes a sale, that sale does not benefit any of the other salespeople. It creates competition. And we see this if you've ever, Angela, have you ever gone to buy a car at a car dealership?
Yes.
Have you ever noticed how the salespeople, they're like piranha's a tough word. I was trying to think of something nicer, but they're like hanging out at the door, a whole bunch of them, as you walk in.
Yeah, so they're trying to see who can get to you first or whatnot.
Right, because if they don't, and that the other salesperson makes the sale, they get no percentage, they get no commission. Now the manager will get a little percentage, and obviously the business owner, but they won't. I mean, that's just how horizontal marketing works. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just that's how it works. And so this same sort of mechanism was then used for multi-level marketing, or MLMs, if you've heard of them. So you have a company that's selling some sort of product or service, and you have a distributor who gets started, and they're trying to develop a sales team. And what they do is when they hire a sales team or partner with them, the people on the top level make the highest percentage. But then those people are going to hire salespeople, and they just have multiple levels. That's where you get the multi-level marketing from. But as you go down a level, the percentages get less and less and less, and eventually they actually go to zero. So at certain points, someone, even though you may have initiated the referral, you will get absolutely no credit for when that happens. So again, it leads to competition. So with that challenge, the founder of Market America actually was trying to eliminate those issues. And so back in 1980, he started working on it. It took him 12 years to come up with the unfranchised system. Now, the unfranchised system takes the traditional business system and inverts it 90 degrees. Instead of being horizontal, it makes it vertical. And in this way, he also was able to create a method where anyone in the referral thread will get 100% credit for the sales and volume generated. So it encourages teamwork. It doesn't matter when you get started. There are people who got started later than others who make hundreds of thousands of dollars more than a person who got started earlier because of this unique unfranchised system. And now when I saw this for the first time, first of all, I wasn't even interested. I wasn't even looking for anything at the moment. But as a math person and a computer science person, I said, there's no way this can work. How in the world does this make sense? How can everyone get 100% credit and the company stay in business? Well, it turns out they used the McDonald's franchise system that Ray Kroc did, along with actuarial and finite math stuff, which is over my head, and they cap every business development center or every unfranchise at $3,600 per week, which is $187,000 a year. So in any particular unfranchise that you own, the maximum that you can make in any particular one is $187,000. But just like a McDonald's, if you want to make more money at McDonald's, you open up another McDonald's. Well, with the unfranchised system, if you want to make more, you open up another unfranchise. And I don't have time to show that to you now if that's something you want to know more about. But the new unfranchise, unlike McDonald's, where they compete against each other, it will actually help your original one. So people like me, okay, well, what do I do if this is something that I'm interested in and I'm interested in making more money. What am I required to do? Well, it works very simply. Number one, a person would become their own best customer. So basically, you become an exclusive customer. So you don't do anything differently than people who are already just using this for shopping. Number two, you actually use what's called a shopping annuity assessment, where you use it for yourself, and also you help your customers and partners use this same assessment, and you walk them through that. Number three, you actually go back to school. You go to school part-time. Just like you would go, or many people go, I'm actually a professor at a local community college, and I have a number of students who are working or actually going to school part-time, 10 to 15 hours a week for the next 2 to 3 years, so they could get a job where they make an extra $10,000 a year. That's generally the additional amount of money you make after you get your associates. Well, with here, you prioritize around 10 hours a week in your training and application to identify people who want to improve their financial situation like you do. And it takes about 2 to 3 years. And after that time, you will then have an ongoing income of anywhere from $15,000 to $187,000 per year, which will come in whether you work or not. And number four, you duplicate the process with your partners using we call the MPCP, but that's just the compensation stuff that I showed you earlier. Again, this is a very, very, very high level, and whether it's for the different customer programs, member programs, or this unfranchised program, we'll follow up with someone to show them more details. All right, coming in for a landing, as they say. So Angela, it's your choice. You can continue spending money the way you are now and make other people happy because they're getting your profit, or you can convert your spending into earning with a shopping annuity and help make money for yourself. So this is my only question for you, Angela, as we come to the end. Which do you prefer? Number one or number two?
Definitely to make money for myself.
Make money for yourself. Okay. So now to help with that, because I know tons of stuff at this time. So one of the things, and I will send you this presentation, Angela, so just in case you're like, I don't remember everything, I will definitely send it to you so you can take a look at it. I have a video for this so you can watch it again. So here is the 4 different categories that we talked about today. Whether number one is a preferred customer, and it shows you those benefits. Number 2 is an exclusives customer. Number 3 is a shopping annuity member. And number 4 is an unfranchised owner. Taking a look at that, I want to give you a little time to take a look at that and also what I said. Which one would you like to try out first? Which one kind of resonated most with your spirit in looking at that?
Well, I know I wouldn't be doing the last one.
Okay.
Certainly the first one or the second one.
Okay.
Seems like it might be a good start.
Good start. Okay. Well, why?
Like the shop.com or something.
Okay.
Like
well,
that.
why don't we try it? Because the first one and the second one, they kind of work seamlessly together. So that's what we'll try out for you. Okay. And so now, have you already registered on shop.com before?